I destroyed everyone on chess.com until I get arrested. This all started when I randomly decided to Google the best opening to destroy Super GEMS careers. And there it is, Danish Gambit 2.0, the new deadly weapon to conquer the chess world. This is based on 2 killer bishops. But there's more you didn't know about this opening. That's why it's called 2.0. And yes, you can learn it today. You can start beating 12-year-olds on chess.com.
Everybody knows I'm innocent.
Let's get started. This starts with e4, e5, which is why you will get to play this almost every time. Then you play d4 gambling the pawn. You're not taking back, you play c3 gambling another pawn. After they take, you play bishop c4. We are sacrificing 3 pawns. If they take, you take back with the bishop, and you get 2 killer bishops sniping the king side. And they haven't even moved any pieces yet. Then you develop this knight, and if they pin the knight, now you sack the bishop and play knight e5 check. Black can't take the knight because we can take the queen. So after king moves, you take the bishop with the knight, and their king is weak as fuck. Next line. They might play queen g5 attacking this pawn, but you play knight f3 attacking the queen, and they will take the pawn thinking we didn't see it. But we play rook g1 attacking the queen, and this is the only safe square for the queen. Then we sack the bishop, because if king takes, we fork the queen. So they will move the king, but ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the rook. If they takes the rook, you take the bishop, and their rook is trapped. But if they don't take the rook, now you play rook g3 attacking both queen and the rook at the same time. Next line. They might play bishop b4 check, and you will block with knight c3. Then they play knight f6 attacking this pawn. You push the pawn, and they play knight e4 attacking this knight 2 times. But now we sack the bishop and fork their bishop while attacking this knight. And if they don't take, you play bishop a3, then we take their knight and fork their bishop. You can see how weak is their king. Okay, next line. If they play d5, now you take with the bishop. If they attack the bishop, we can again sack the bishop. Because if they take, we take the queen. So they have to play this, but now we give another check forcing them to take. They take the bishop, and we win the queen. But you must remember, if they play knight f6 instead of attacking the bishop. Now this doesn't work anymore because they can give a check while winning our queen. You can already see how deadly this is for black. Let's keep going. When they gives a check, you block with the knight. And if they don't play knight f6 like before, then knight f3 castle. Then you play knight d5 attacking this bishop, so they have to take the knight. You take back with the pawn attacking the knight, and then you move back. If they don't move these pieces, then you play queen a4, and you will win one of them. But if they move their pieces, you still play queen a4, and they will guard this, but you don't care because you want to go here, looking for checkmates. By the way, if they play this thinking they can guard both pieces with one move, the bishop is trapped. If they attack your bishop, just take, because we get 2 pieces. Okay, but if they move the knight here, then you play queen d4 threatening checkmate. If they play knight f5, you play queen g4. If they move the knight, it's mate. If they guard the knight, you play bishop d3 attacking both knight and bishop. If they stop the mate, you win a free piece. Okay, next line. This is a very aggressive line. Play this only when you are bored as fuck. When they gives a check, you play the gangster move king f1. And if they don't play knight f6 next, you win the rook. And if they do, now you attack the knight. If knight e4, then sack the bishop and take theirs while attacking this. But if they play d5, abort the mission. Bobby Fischer has reborn, and he is your opponent. So if they accept the 2-pawn gambit, they are dead. But also you can gambit only 1 pawn, which means in this position you will take the pawn with the knight. Or when they don't take, you capture the pawn with knight. Then you develop this bishop and knight. When this bishop comes, push the pawn, and we sack our bishop to take theirs. And if the bishop goes here, we still sack the bishop and gives a check. This is defended and we win the knight. If they play this here, just push the pawn and knight has to go back. Now it's like the Vienna Gambit. Queen here, knight has to go back. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop f4, d6 and knight d5 attacking the queen. The queen goes here, we get a royal fork. The queen goes here, pawn takes pawn with a discover check. King has to move, pawn takes pawn check, and it's guarded by the knight. Only legal move here is to sacrifice the queen, and they can't even take back. Checkmate is unstoppable. Now you understand why I was arrested. And if the queen goes here, we still give the discover check, and this time we attack the queen. By the way, this line is an actual game I found on chess.com. Queen comes here and we castle. If they don't take our queen, knight f6 is checkmate. So take, and once again black is paralyzed. So they have to play moves that does absolutely nothing. Knight b6 double check, and you win the rook. Bishop b4, bishop b5, and bishop g4. Now white can move the knight and sacrifice the rook because this pawn promotes to a queen. But white attacks the bishop, and black takes, which is a blunder. Now the pawn can promote, but white doesn't see it. But in the end, white easily won the game. Black had absolutely no chance. Okay, next line. Now let's just say they see all of that, so they prevent us from playing e5 by playing d6, which also open the diagonal for the bishop. So we play knight f3, and now they can play knight f6, because this doesn't work anymore. Very smart, right? But now we play knight g5, fried liver, they play the best move knight e5. Drop back the bishop. Now they can kick out our knight, or can they? Take, and here we go again. If they take, they lose the queen, so they go here and we play queen b3. Bishop e3, bishop c5 wins the game. This is checkmate. Rook d1 wins the queen. But if they stop that, this is hanging. And rook d1 is coming. The queen is almost trapped, so they play bishop g4, which stops rook d1 and make an escape square for the queen at the same time. 200 IQ move, but our imagination is beyond their understanding, which is why we still play. The rook d1, sacrificing the rook. At least 1000 IQ, because if they take, this is checkmate, beach. So they have to move the queen, and now they can take the rook because this is not checkmate anymore. So what do? Short castle, sacrificing the rook again. What a savage move. If they take, we take back, and they can't stop the mate. But before I show you how, I gotta tell you about our first ever sponsor, Harpic, best toilet cleaner on the planet. I personally used this, and now my toilet is looking so gorgeous. I give this a 10 out of 10. Highly recommended for everyone. Back to the video. Queen can't move because this is mate in one. King can't move. The rook can't move. Black is paralyzed. Move bishop back, and this is mate. They might try to block the queen, but after that, there's no way to stop the mate. And if they don't take the rook, what do? If this take, check, and they lose the queen. If they move this pawn, this is checkmate. Okay, next line. What if they don't take this pawn? I recommend you to take the full control of the center like this. Then develop pieces and castle. And what if they don't take this pawn? Then you play knight f3. Take, and take. Develop castle, you are good. Or you can do this. Take the pawn and play f4. If they play queen h4 check, you will win the knight. But it's a little bit scary. And if they defend it with a pawn, just develop normally and castle. That's how you can paralyze everyone with the Danish Gambit. But what if you were black? How can you play against this? Let's see. When they offer you this pawn, you take. But when they offer the second pawn, you play d5. They have to take, and you take back with the queen. Now white can't play bishop c4, so they takes the pawn. Then we attack the pawn with knight. They defend it. Bishop g4, bishop e2. But don't take the knight, because after take, white takes the knight with a check, and we lose our queen. So you play bishop b4 check, they block with the knight, and now we can take this knight. Don't take the pawn, instead we play queen c4. Now they can't castle. This is the most played move. Don't take with the queen because they will castle. Queen e2 check is the best move. You take, and they have to take with the king. The knight is pinned. Since they were trying to play the Danish Gambit, queen trade is good for black. Now we play long castle. Position is equal, but black has more play. Your plan is to get this knight here, get this rook here, and don't take this knight because they get a pawn here, and now they can attack the knight with the pawn. This knight can't come forward. Next line. If they play queen d5, we play bishop e6, and then take with the queen, because we want to trade queens. But it is the last thing they want. If they play knight f3, we play knight f6. They attacks, we play knight e4. Bishop d3, and we play bishop c5. Guarded by the knight. They gives a check, we attack the queen, and we can take a pawn on the next move. Next line. If they play this, we take this. They attack, we defend. And on the next move, we want to play bishop b4, because after bishop c4, we can castle, and there's no Danish Gambit. White is bad. By the way, if they play this, bishop b4, take, and this is terrible for white. And it only get worse from here. You can take the rook, but don't because it's mate in 3. Next line. If they push the pawn here, just take, c6, and white has no play. You can just develop and castle. Last line. If they take with the queen, just trade queens and black is better. This is how you play with black. But don't worry, no one will ever play d5 under 1500 elo. Even if they do, they don't know what they are doing. I know you can't wait to get arrested for bullying noobs on chess.com, but did you know that we are so close hit 100k subscribers? Only 96609 more subs to go. If you subscribe before we hit 100k, you will win 2 Harpic bottles. In my next video, I will rate all the openings. I'm not talking about this tier list garbage. I will rate them in a better way. If you want to watch that, make sure to hit the bell icon and comment down what you think about this video and my channel, because when I hit 1 million subs, your comment's going to be historical. Okay, now it's time to learn all the chess hacks. Click this to see how I increased elo following all the chess tips.